They want me to change, they want me to change, but I ain't changing. Nah, I remain the same.
And you are now tuned into another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing. Men make moves and suckers stand still. And as always, on the mighty Nerve DJs Radio Network, shout out to the triple OG, DJ Johnny O. Shout out to T Rex, Big Hef, DJ Squirt, the whole family. I'm your man Jobson. It's another episode of greatness. It's a really bad thunderstorm here, so if you hear that shit, it's nothing I can do. Don't blame me, blame God. He doing his job, you know. Anyway, how y'all doing, man? Hopefully you having a good day, and if not, maybe we can make it a little bit better. And if you are having a good one, maybe we can make it great. You feel me? Man, so we got another legend in the building, man. And I know I say it every week, man. It doesn't get redundant. It doesn't get tiring. It just is what it is. We got Nick Speed coming on, and I'm just waiting on the brother to tap in. And while we do that, oh shit, my lights just start flickering. Please don't let the lights go out, because I've been wanting to get this interview for a minute, man. When I say Detroit legend, I mean Detroit legend. Yo. Anyway, before we get into that, man, I got to talk about Carlee Russell just a little bit. Yo, first off, man, black folks is killing her. and I get it, black people, like we really was her story was it hurt. Seemingly she was being a good Samaritan, saw a kid on the highway, decided, hey, I'm gonna stop my car and get out and try to help this child. And she was on the phone with a loved one and gets kidnapped. And everybody, the whole, the whole of the black community, was holding our breath, praying for, just really hurt, and then she shows up at home. The cops allegedly are saying that they have some concerns about her story, and black Twitter goes ape shit. Jussie Smollett, who just when he thought he had gotten over the ridicule and the jokes, black Twitter dug that nigga up without a problem. And hold on. All right, I can't text and talk at the same time. But anyway, I got a couple things about that. First and foremost, I feel this was very harmful to all the sisters and black kids that are legitimately kidnapped, because we already aren't being looked for like our white counterparts. We're not having the investigations like our white counterparts. And there's been an epidemic of sex trafficking, kidnapping, what have you in our community. And you know what? Let me put that on pause right quick, on hold right quick. Because, man, when I say your favorite producer's favorite producer, when I say Detroit legend in the building, when I say hip hop in its purest, rawest form, that all describes who I got coming on now, man. Mr. Nick Speed. What's going on, King?
How you feeling, my brother? I feel great, man. It's an awesome, beautiful day, man.
Oh, it's awesome. Trash here, bro. It is absolute trash here.
Oh, man. Where you at? Where you at, bro?
I'm in Cleveland.
Okay, hey, man. Shout out Cleveland, man. Shout out my whole family out there. Man, text the link so I can send this to a couple of peoples out there, man. You know what I mean? Are we live?
We are.
Yeah, man. I need to send this link out, man, so my people know that they can check me out real quick, man.
All right, let me get on that. I'm just horrible at actually doing anything and talking at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, don't worry, I'll talk for you, man. Yo,
Do me one small favor though. Turn your phone to the side so we can get that landscape view.
okay, okay. All right, hold on. Let me find something to balance this weight. You feel me?
Okay, and I just sent you the YouTube right there. Yo, and it's like thunderstorming and hailing, so I do apologize if you can hear that shit in the
I
background.
can definitely hear it.
Yeah, and ain't ain't shit I can do about it, man. But
Ain't nothing
we
wrong
got
with it.
we got a horrible thunderstorm watching shit, man, for the whole city for about an hour.
Shout out Cleveland, man. You know
You
what
know,
I'm saying? My whole family out in Cleveland. My dad
that's
from
what's up.
Cleveland.
Oh, that's what's up, man. What up, though? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
from
man.
Detroit, though.
Shout out Papa Speed, man.
Shout out Papa Speed, man. Yo, man, Detroit's finest in the building, man. How is life? How's your family, man? How's everybody doing?
So, man, everybody's great, man. Man, we just working on a lot of stuff together, and that's been the goal. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep working together and working together as a family. You know what I mean? And just keeping it moving, man. You know what I mean? Like I've come to the point that I'm not waiting on anybody to validate any of my ideas. These ideas are coming out in my lifetime. You get what I'm saying? I'm not waiting because it's funny, man. It's like sometimes I'll be thinking about stuff and I'll be like, yo, like I love to, do this. And then like, a major artist does it 10 years later, all of a sudden all the funding is available now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
like, when somebody died, like Tupac Museum, like, all the funding is available now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure in Tupac's lifetime, he wanted to do a
other
bunch of
shit.
stuff that,
Yeah.
he wasn't able to do, at the time, man. So, like, we doing stuff within our lifetime, man.
What you trying to do, bruh? What's on the table?
Man, listen, man. Well, first of all, I'm gonna make this announcement right now, man. For the anniversary of Hip Hop 50, man,
Okay.
we're gonna be doing 50 portable, hand signed record players for the 50th anniversary of hip hop. We're celebrating on the day of August 11th, on the day that hip hop made the turntable into an instrument, and that's what changed my life. You
Yo, that's
know,
cool. Where you doing this at?
I'm doing it online. I'm doing it in Detroit. I'm doing it worldwide, man. Like people will be able to order and pre-order and everything like that, and there will only be one record player per year. So you might get 1988. This other person might get 1992, and that's it. That'll be the only one with that year. They'll be hand signed and they'll be hand numbered. And I'm really marketing it as an art piece. And it'll be a portable record player. I wish I had one right here with me right now, but they're getting shipped over from overseas, man, and getting them done. In this,
Yo,
the Nix Electronics HH50. That's the name of it right there. And then hopefully
nigga.
that'll turn into me creating my record player company. I'm following the model of Beats by Dre. You know what I mean? If Dre can make it electronics, with the headphones and stuff, like I feel like I wanted to do something that was within my own interest. So I came with the record player.
Nigga, that is fucking fire. And hold on, I'm gonna close this window real quick.
Yo, I hear that rain, man. It's coming down, baby. It's coming down.
My bad, bro, but that shit was starting to bother me.
Hey,
It
it's
just
still
be so
loud,
fucking
man.
hot.
Hey, but you know what, man? Y'all got that storm going right now, man.
Yeah, yeah. So I do apologize for that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. It
Yo,
sounds good, man. I'm a sound engineer, man. I
nigga,
put a sound like that in the back of a beat.
yo. Okay, so all right. What was dude's name? And I think I wrote his name down too, because I was watching an interview. T. Calmise, your
T. Cal
boy.
Meese, yeah, one of
Yes,
my best friends in the world.
nigga said your beats was trash in the beginning.
Ah man, yeah, they was, they was, they was actually.
At what
Um,
point did you? What? When was the first beat where you were like, okay, this ain't
so
trash no more. I'm dope.
so all right. So what happened that day that T. Camise is talking about is I'm glad you asked this question, man. It was motivation, you know. I mean, like you know that you great, but you wasn't able to be great that day. You know what I'm saying? So you like, nah, man, I gotta show them. You know. So we was teenagers, man. We was just having fun. You know, everybody decided to make little jokes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We had like a little beat machine that somebody had passed off to my man's or whatever. Probably I don't know, maybe back in high school, I think, and we just passed the little beat machine around the room, just like, it's about 8 of us. Yeah. All right, thing we gonna do today is everybody make a beat. So none of us had ever made a beat before, but it's like, all right, yeah, it's like everybody made their little beat, and it's like the thing that I did was I didn't realize, every time you touch the button, if you're in record mode, it's gonna record that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to hear the sound. Beep, beep, beep. And it was just like, beep, beep, beep. And then that was just in the beat. So I'm like, this sounds horrible. And then I'm like trying to add more sounds, like, beep, boop, boop, beep, pop, pop, pop. And it was just, it was all bad. It was all bad. So by the time it got around to me, yeah, it was all bad, man. So I was just, I was just a novice, man. I never had made a beat in my life at that point in time. I was like, man, let me borrow this mug, man. Let me take it home, dog. My man was like, all right, man, I'll let you see it. Shout out my dog Ski. We had a Roland DR5. No, a Boss DR5. A Boss DR5. And I took it home, and I kind of figured it out a little bit,
Okay.
And I couldn't wait to call everybody. Wait to call everybody. I called everybody on a 3-way, and then they called everybody else on the other 3 ways, and it was about 10 of us on the phone. I'm like, y'all ready? And I hit play. Like, I was just, what was the name of that song? What was the first beat? I think it was called When I Sign. I think that was the name of the first song I probably actually produced. I think it was called When I Sign, and it was like the Boss DR5 had some instruments in it or whatever. So it was kind of like a keyboard, but eventually I went over to the MPC. But it was kind of like an MPC too, the way that the buttons was laid out, which I had never seen an MPC at that point in time. But um, it was all right. It was better than I think it was better than all the rest of the beats that had ever been made on that machine. I took it home and I did my thing. You know what I'm saying? And that was
Did
off of Dexter and Lawrence, man, in Detroit. So
Did you
that was
see?
that
Did you
was
see
cool,
where
man.
you at now? Back then,
I didn't even know what a producer was, bro. Honestly, I mean, we used to just rap on like instrumentals, from cassette and record singles and stuff. Like I was always kind of on some DJ type shit, so I would get my hands on some instrumentals and stuff like that, and we would just rap to them. So like, I didn't know I was even producing yet, but what I was doing was producing. So I took all of the dope rappers from my school, and I brought them all to my house, and I recorded everybody on a karaoke machine every weekend. Every weekend we would make like an album every weekend. We was young. We just didn't care. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even care about school anymore at that point. Once we realized we could rap, we was like, it's just so funny now because like so much of this stuff is normalized now, but like wearing fatigues and Wu Tang hats and Wu Tang shirts and Scully's in the summertime and big headphones and Clark Kent glasses and oh man, I mean we was like we was 4,000 years ahead of our time.
you still are though, bruh. Like, and the the changes in your like I can't get a sound for you.
Yeah,
Like
man.
I'm like if you listen to Deciphered,
Yeah, one of my favorites.
you go to from Payroll, his shit doesn't sound anything like Boldy's.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Is that intentional? Are they picking out the beats, or in your mind you saying this beat is for this
I'm just
person?
making whatever I feel that day. Art is about expression. This is art.
Okay.
This is not sports. This is art. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people try to make all these lists and all of that, man. I don't listen, man. I appreciate all the recognition that I've ever gotten, but I don't. That's not my payment and my award is like the fact that I get to do what I want to do every day. You know what I mean? Like
That's so un-Detroit though, bro.
my award is living my dreams, bro. My mom just told me the other day, like, you made all of your dreams come true.
You know, humility is so un-Detroit.
I know, man, but you know what, man? I don't know, man. I did attend Catholic school at one point, man. So I think I tried to be like Christ-like or something.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not laughing at you, guy. Lord knows.
No, I mean, listen, that's the truth. Like, I thought everybody was gonna be kind and giving and loving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
not
was
the
in
case.
my own. I've always been in my own bubble, man.
Really?
And it's like, regardless to what, you know what I'm saying, love is the key. You know, and I always kind of like knew that I was special thanks to my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember like some of the photos in the photo album. She would put like little word bubbles on them, and she would write little captions on them. And one of the captions said, "I'm a genius." You know what I'm saying? Like over my head, like it was just probably me, like and like in the backyard or something like that. But like, you know, that stuck with me. I didn't even know what a genius was. You know what I'm saying? But like my aunt, my mom, you know, my family, they supported me throughout my journey of being a creative. You know
That's
what I
dope.
mean?
That
And,
means everything too.
yeah, man. I mean, I think that you know, hip hop was new. So I mean, at the time that I was growing up, so like me scratching records on their record players, that was I go. Oh no, man. That was the
What the
worst
fuck is
thing
you doing?
doing, dog. What is you doing? Bro, you're banned from every record player in the family.
Stay away from my records. Leave my shit alone.
Putting fingerprints on the record players and all this and that. So yeah, I was banned, you know what I'm saying, from all record players in the family.
Yo,
But
I'm sorry, man, but I gotta let people know, man. You started at 4 years old.
4 years old,
I
man.
just
Four
gotta put
years
that
old. I
out
think
there.
I'm the youngest on air radio personality ever, I think. I'm sure somebody might try to top it now. They're gonna try to get a little 3-year-old or something.
I don't even know if that's even possible. And if I remember correctly, you interviewed the president. Which president was that?
I went to the White House because I lived in Washington D.C. at the time.
Okay.
So of course, it looked good to get the little black kids standing in the front. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we showing we doing something or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it at the time. At the time I was like, what I remember is I was mocking the president. I was like, you know, he's giving his speech, and I'm just like, you know, he's like, what we're gonna do is come up with different ways to change the community. And it's like I'm like mouthing his words like fixing my tie, you know what I'm saying, my little clip-on tie and my little suit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like something I probably wouldn't have done at like 7 years old. You know
Which president was it though?
Ronald Reagan. Oh, Ronald Reagan, 1986.
Yeah. Those some wild years, bro.
Yeah, could have been 85.
Yeah. That's probably
85.
That might be the first year of crack.
It might have been 85. And I was already on the radio. So just think, I've been doing this since 85, 84, 85. Like I really feel like I came out the womb loving music. So like I had Bugs Bunny records, Mickey Mouse records, Michael Jackson records, rappers that like I'm part of the first generation rap babies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like rap music was out when I was born. I'm the first generation of rap music was out when I was born. So I heard rappers like LL Cool J, Run DMC. So from the beginning of recorded rap, I was there. You know.
Yeah,
So like
I've
I
been there.
basically grew up off of that. I had tapes of it. I was making my own mixtapes. I mean, I got tapes of myself teaching myself scratching. You know, like I used to like do what I call air scratching, like how people play air guitar, like like I used to just be like,
Oh shit, nigga, I still do that. I was doing that in the car literally yesterday.
you know what I'm saying, just like doing that, and then like I set up 2 non-working record players in my grandma's basement, and I used to just act like I was a DJ. And I'd just be scratching. I remember I told my mom I wanted to be a DJ. I had to be like 6 or 7. And then she was like, DJs don't seem to make that much money, Nicholas. And I was like, you know what? At that point in time, I didn't understand money at all.
Well, yeah.
So, she was like, yeah, they make like $100 a night or something. Like, I'm like, $100 a night? That sounds good to me. I could buy everybody
Actually,
ice cream.
like back in those days, when you was 6, $100 a night was good money.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was actually good. Yeah, that was good money right there, bro. Like, yeah.
So,
I don't know.
Actually, you made it sound good, man.
Right? Yeah. You know, shit. I don't know what she was doing.
Actually more interested now.
Oh my god. All right, I got a couple of Detroit questions for you too.
Absolutely.
And then we'll go into the resume and all, because the resume is phenomenal. But just a couple. Okay, Hip Hop Shop or St. Andrews?
Oh man, it's no picking. No. It's no picking, man. I mean, well, Drew's lasted longer.
Okay.
Drew's lasted a special period in time where I think that might have lasted about 5 years. I was actually very young.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is actually my mom used to actually take me to the Hip Hop Shop. I was really young at that time. And she would sit outside while I would just go in there and buy the Source magazine and talk with Mud and Thyme and the Five Ellas and DJ Head and all these guys, Proof. And I would be buying Source magazines and Boogie Monsters albums and 12 inches and, just whatever random hip hop magazine was out.
Your mother actually drove you to the Hip Hop Shop, though?
You said what?
Your mother actually drove you to the Hip Hop Shop?
Yeah, she drove me to the Hip Hop Shop. She would sit outside while I would go inside for like an hour. And then, I'd come outside and I'd just jump back in the car and go back home. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. My mom has been a very supportive mom, man, and my career, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful. And, God is an awesome God.
Yo, man, I grew up, I don't know, 5 minutes away from the Hip Hop Shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I grew up on 7 Mile in Southfield.
Okay. Yeah, man. See, I grew up off of Dexter.
Yeah, so that was a little stretch for you.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't realize that I could have probably caught the Dexter bus right there and just got off on 7 Mile, but I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that at that point in time because I hadn't even caught the bus that far yet. I just probably caught the bus to school at that point in time. I was just young. I was super young. I was super young.
That's crazy. All right. Derek May or Juan Atkins?
Juan Atkins.
And why you say that?
Because he created it.
Got you. Best Coney Island?
Detroit 1.
Where's that at?
Woodward and Mac.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna have to go over there. I ain't fucking with that one, bro.
Yeah. You gotta. No, you say you're not fucking with that one.
I ain't fucking with that. I'm not going way over there, bro.
Oh man, it's on Woodward.
Shit, man. My mom, my stepfather, my mother passed away a couple of years ago, but they stay on Warren and Southfield.
Listen, man. Oh, so you an 8 Mile type of TJ's type of dude?
Yeah, like I said, I grew up on 7 Mile, so they still, off of
I mean, now
Southfield.
listen, it's some good Coney Islands, but only reason I like Detroit one is because they got some everything. Like you can get some damn stir fry in that motherfucker, or you can get a regular Coney dog. You can get ice cream. They
Okay,
have,
I ain't
man,
never been
you get
nowhere.
anything,
Yeah, I ain't never been
anything
nowhere.
you
No
want
Coney, you
is
can
on
get
the
stir fry.
menu, bro.
I never been nowhere you can get stir fry. All right, so let's go over the resume, and I know I'm gonna miss something. Oh, I got one more question, bonus question: Illmatic or Illmatic?
Illmatic. Shout
I
out to my brother Elzado, man. I love Elzai. He's incredible, and I think he would say the same thing.
I don't know, bro. I hadn't
I
lived.
love Illmatic though because Illmatic is there would be no Illmatic without Illmatic.
But
So I gotta
yo,
give it to Illmatic because I mean, it's just one of the most phenomenal pieces of art ever created.
perfect
And
album.
I actually remember being a kid, man, and just like studying. Actually, Illmatic is what made me really want to pursue making music.
Really?
That was the key right there. And you know what's funny? It wasn't just how good it was. It was the fact that he received 5 mics as a review, and that had, well, at least for me, I hadn't seen that before, so I just wanted to get 5 mics. That was it. It wasn't even how good the music was. It was just like, all right, well, I got to get 5 mics. So that became a goal. So like I kind of like went for how can I get 5 mics? You know what I'm saying? And so it motivated me in a different way outside of the actual greatness of the art. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that his review, I guess that's when reviews actually meant something. You know what I'm saying? Like we actually took
Yeah.
people's opinions,
Yeah.
whoever reviewed something. Like right now, somebody would give Illmatic 2 mics if they because of social media. That
Yeah.
2 mics,
Yeah.
huh? Like now you got all type of opinions, huh? Nah.
I
You
mean,
feel me? But like in actuality, at that time,
they were really
we only
non-biased.
had we only had a couple people that was in position to give a review publicly,
That meant something.
and it meant something that
Yeah.
publicly this album has been lauded as a hip hop classic before it even came out. But everybody was waiting on that album.
Oh my God, you telling
Illmatic
me?
was being waited on, man.
Yes.
He came with Live at the Barbecue, best debut in hip hop ever. Then he came
Oh,
with
he hold up on that one, Sparky. I don't think that's the best debut song ever, though.
wait,
I
wait,
would,
wait, wait, wait.
I would say
Hold on.
Snoop
What's
came out the
better than
gate.
that?
Snoop came out the
Live at the
gate.
Barbecue?
Snoop came out the gate better, bruh. Deep Cover was definitely better.
Okay, that's a great argument.
And I would argue,
I
since
do.
we're talking about it,
You know what? I might agree. I might agree.
just
I might
saying,
agree.
hip
I
hop
might
wise, I
agree.
got to
The
stand on
cover
it.
was incredible.
Yes.
So, hey, it's like this.
Okay. Since we there, Doggy Style or Illmatic.
Ooh. You know what, man? Wow. Oh, man. If this was Drink Champs, we'd be taking a shot. Yo, listen, man. I know both of those albums word for word for word for word. They basically came out at the same time. Snoop 93, Nas 94. Wow. I think they both equally influenced me. Because like those are two of my top favorite albums of all time that I've ever listened to ever. Like I probably have listened to both of those albums so many thousands of times. So I can't pick because my mood changes all the time. So sometimes I feel like listening to Doggy Style. Or you know what, man? They're both just so great, man. There is no winner in art, bro.
I'm gonna
There's
give
no
you
way
that
Earth
one.
Hurt, man.
I'm
I
gonna give
mean,
you that one.
what I will say is that as a favorite, I probably love those albums just as much as I love Marvin Gaye. What's going on? I love
Absolutely.
I love both of those albums just as much as I love Marvin Gaye. What's going on? Like, and that's saying a lot because that's my favorite album.
I think that they were equally perfect
Equally
representations
perfect, no
of
skips.
none. Equally perfect representations of each coast.
And both of them made you feel like you was right there with them.
Exactly. That's exact. That's we saying the same shit.
Yeah,
Cause like I
like
felt like
they
I was
made
on a
you feel like
train in New York with some headphones on, listening to Illmatic, and I felt like I was rolling down Crenshaw with the top down, listening to Doggy Style.
yeah, like in Detroit, just being in Detroit, not being actually in the place of
Yes.
where this stuff took place or whatever. Like they actually brought you there, man. Like just even the intros of both of them, like bathtub intro. Then you got the wild style intro of Nas. You feel me? Like he made you go back and watch Wild Style
Oh, that's
and get
taking
your
it
hip
back.
hop knowledge on. Like, yo, let me watch the breakdance spray paint movie real quick.
Yo,
You feel me?
that's taking it back, nigga.
But Snoop made you go back and listen to Superfly.
God,
I
fucking
wasn't even hip. You
the
feel me?
dramatics and
Like my
shit.
pops and them been had that video in the house. You feel me? But I never watched it. I never checked it out. Then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, Superfly, we been had this. Let me check this out. Then and actually, man, the fact that they were sampling a lot of George Clinton on
Crazy.
Doggy Style, that made it where and the Chronic, that made it relatable a little bit more for me, just being from Detroit because George cut a lot of that music in Detroit,
Facts.
and a lot of my aunties and uncles and was hanging with George at that time that he was in
Nigga,
Detroit,
he
so
used to be
they'd be like, "Oh,
downtown
that's George
heavy.
Clinton."
Yes.
So like, they would be like telling me, "Oh, that's George Clinton," and it's like I've been seeing these weird looking records around the house, but then like I never really listened to them because that's my parents' music because I'm into rap. You feel me? But then like I started listening to that and I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is where it comes from." And it's like next thing I know, I get into George, and now I feel like I'm an honorary P Funk member. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't rolling around with no diaper on with you.
Nah, I never did.
I was
I
fucking
ain't
with
gonna
you,
lie,
man.
bro. I never got that wild. But I
Yeah.
always been on some hippie type. You know what I'm saying? Like
Let me
all
ask you this
type of
then.
colors and
I was just getting, I don't know who Tribe is, but I was literally just about to ask that. Is there a perfect Detroit hip hop album?
I mean Slum Village Volume 2, and Volume 1. I think those are perfect. And Slim Shady EP. And probably perfect. You say perfect? Oh man. Well, there's definitely some perfect hip hop songs from Detroit for sure.
You know, the
But let's
first
see,
one
another
song wise,
album that's perfect from Detroit. Oh man. Yeah, man. There's a few of them, man. That's perfect, man. There's a few of them that's perfect. I can't really think of all of them, but Detroit has created a lot of. Guilty Simpson first album was amazing.
really, I don't think that one
The
slipped my
one
mind.
produced by Madlib
Yeah, that one.
and Dilla.
Yeah, I was, and the sad part for me, man, and I have apologized to hip hop for the longest. Like I didn't even hear of Dilla until he passed away.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Dilla was very nonchalant and underground. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't letting everybody know who he was all the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Did you know him?
it wasn't for everybody to know at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like Dilla was a young, hungry, focused dude. You know what I'm saying? He died at 32 years old, man. And he did all that music. Like, you gotta think he was like 21, 22 making that.
Did you did you know Dilla?
I met Dilla. It's not too many people that knew Dilla.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I did actually uh, I was actually in the studio with Dilla before. I actually recorded with Dilla and Elzai for this song called Concrete Eyes. It's on the Witness My Growth album by Elzai, and you can look it up. There's a little part where it's like at the end, you know how Mobb Deep used to be like, yo, 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 check it out, yo, yo, like all the project niggas in the back, like you know what I'm
Right.
saying. So I was like one of them, you know what I'm saying. It was me, Elzai, and Dilla though, and we did that little piece. It was just me, Elzai, and Dilla standing at the mic, and I was just like unknown. Like I could have smoked my first blunt with Dilla, but I just didn't know. I was so young, I didn't know what the weed was gonna do. I was just scared, man. I didn't want to get kicked out the studio. Yo, I was like, yo, dog, like, what if this shit don't work? Like, what if this shit got me tripping? Like, you know, like I grew up off the Say No to Drugs campaign, so I felt like, what if like this shit got me tweaking, bro? And I'm in the studio with the great James Yancey. Like, no, like I need to. I was like, no, he's like, hey, you want to smoke? I was like,
Okay.
I'm cool, bro.
Who would you
But
say are
he
your
went in the
top
little
three
piano
producers?
room in Studio A and blew it out. He just smoked in the piano room,
Oh, let me shut up.
and then he came back and added like a couple little sounds to the beat, and that shit was done. I was like, damn, I seen Jay Dilla make a beat. Like I really watched with my own eyes, no camera, nothing. I seen Jay Dilla make a beat on the MPC 3000.
Yo.
Seen it in
Wow.
Studio A with my own eyes. 2001.
Really? Man. Oh,
I was like 20 years old, I think.
you didn't fuck
Yeah.
around and got me off my game a little bit.
Oh
Okay.
man, James Yancey, man, big inspiration for me, man. I just remember first hearing this music, and I remember like hearing it again and being like, "Oh, this shit!" Like for it to be like, so I heard Dilla and I heard Eminem as local artists, and I knew that they was dope. And I was like, "Damn, this shit just as dope as like Redman and Spice One and all the shit I be listening to." And it's like from here, like, whoa, you know, it was like kind of a surprise. And like, I knew that shit was dope. It's like, but I didn't know it was gonna blow up. I just knew that I thought this shit was like just as dope as everything else I was listening to.
Yo, I knew M was gonna blow up.
I can't even say that I knew. I just can say that I honestly, I ended up getting a job at UPS eventually, like when I graduated high school, and we used to be rapping Slim Shady lyrics for I Just Don't Give a Fuck while we was working. And like people that never heard of M, we be having them rapping the lyrics. Like we be rapping M lyrics before he blew up. Like Slim Shady, brain dead as a Jim Brady. Like, I mean, matey, you little like the Kim lady. I'm busting
Oh,
dirt. Like we just be moving boxes. Like I'm busting. Dirty Dozen, naughty riding around. We just be throwing boxes all through the truck.
yo, I put so many of my niggas up on that song in particular. I just
Man,
don't
Just
give a
Don't Give a
fuck,
Fuck is one of the greatest songs created
nigga. All right, so
ever.
what's the best beat you've made?
Man, I ain't made it yet. It's not made yet.
Okay, when you go back and you listening to your do you even go back and listen to your own catalog?
Um, Not really, but sometimes I guess, you know, like other people be playing it.
Okay.
And I hear it and I'll be like, oh, okay, like, damn, it sounds kind of good. You know what I'm saying? But like after, you know what, man? When you be making an album or something, dog, you got to spend so much time on it and you got to hear it so many times. And then whatever is going on in your life at that time is also going to be a thought of yours as you're going as you're listening to this. So like if I had, you know, I mean, mostly good experiences as I was making albums, but you know, sometimes it'd be like, man, this remind me of when I was in the basement, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But this remind me of when I was, you know, when I moved over here. Like I always can remember, the time period from the music because I remember where I was living at. I remember how I was living. I remember I remember everything about that time period based off of the music. The music is like it jogs my memory. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I think one of the most successful beats that I made was Streets of Detroit.
Okay.
Streets of Detroit has been used on like first of all, Pusha T and Lloyd Banks rap to it, and they made a song called "Home Sweet Home."
Fire ass song, by the way, too.
Thank you, man. That was my first big single, in the industry. I mean, I had songs in the industry, but that was my first single with a
Okay.
video.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it has been used on probably every Detroit documentary ever since. You know, because I came out with a music video for it just as an instrumental, and I wanted to showcase like the auto industry, the music industry, like Motown. I wanted to, relate. You can look that music video up, and this is like in black and white, and it's just showing me like with the, like with the jacket on, looking like I'm working at the factory. But like, basically, Barry Gordy got his concept of Motown from working at the factory. So I wanted to like make a video that showcased kind of like working at the factory and working on music,
Yeah.
uh, you know, and showing that type of imagery throughout that video, and it has been used on like so many Detroit documentaries. Even Michael Bolton used it, in some documentary that never came out that he did on Motown, but they showed it at
Really?
the Fox. But it never really came out. But like I remember, I seen Michael Bolton running around with cameras. I'm like, yo, who's that dude? It's like, yeah, Michael Bolton. So I met him. The next thing you know, my music was in this movie. I'm like, yo, hold on, wait, who said you can use the movie?
Right. I'm about to say they ain't asked you.
Nah. So like people that was there, they had hit me up from like the Free Press and like a couple other people. That was like, yo, your song, because like by this point, people knew the song. They were like, yo, your song is in Michael Bolton movie. And I didn't see it. And that was the only time I guess he ever showed it because he never came out with it. But he actually, I guess, produced a movie, documentary or something about Detroit or Motown or something like that. But
Yo, I never heard of
yeah,
that shit either.
yeah, he was here. He was in Detroit, and he did a movie about Motown in Detroit. But he used my music in it, but it never. So somehow I contacted his manager or something, and they were like, "Oh, we didn't know." Blah, blah, blah. But and I guess they just never came out with it or whatever, like like on some Netflix or nothing like that. But they showed it at like the Fox or the Fillmore or something like that.
Did you get a check?
No, I didn't. They just used it like on their own. But I guess since they feel like they never came out with it, they just never. I don't know, man. It was weird.
I'd say, yo, I'd send
Michael
them.
Bolton, dog.
I'd send them something saying if this ever comes out, I want my piece.
Oh, that's for sure.
Cause it might come out 50 years after you dead.
Oh yeah, I need mine.
Exactly. Somebody in your family needs to eat off of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna still be alive anyway.
All right, so you got Lloyd Banks, Pusha T, G Unit, 50 Cent, Seven the General, Proof,
Yeah.
Bodie James, Be Real, Elzai, and I'm certain I'm missing a gazillion other people.
Big Sean, Quavo, Bishop Lamont, Big Hurt, Street Lord One. Um, oh man, there's just so many, man.
Big Herc is my goat
Baby
for the
Tron,
record.
yeah, Baby Tron.
Let me ask you about Baby Tron. Good or bad for Detroit hip hop?
Great. He's a great artist to me. I mean, listen, man, I'm always for the youth movement, bro. Like whenever, like they just had, the top 50 hip hop thing or
Yeah.
whatever going on in Detroit at the Fox. And I would have liked to see some younger people involved. Like I'm I said, dog, everybody on this list is over 35. Come on, man. We gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? And I told my mans that and they was like, you know what, you're right. I just don't know how to get in contact with some of the younger people. Maybe you could help me with that. And I would have liked to help with that, but just the amount of time that I had, I just didn't have enough time to communicate with some of the younger people. And when it comes to the Fox, some of these people will sell out the Fox they sell.
Facts.
So, it's a different time in era, you know what I'm saying? But like I think that one of the things that needs to happen is just like everybody collectively comes together and discusses some of the history. So it's like because everybody wants to change the story up, and we want to show we want to talk about the first nigga to beatbox in elementary school and all that. Like, yo, hold on, bro, that nigga don't belong on the top 50. Like, my nigga, like I get it, bro. Like, but no, like, okay, but I do like the fact that we are recognizing people's contributions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. So let's make it about recognizing people's contributions instead of trying to make a top 50 for art. There is no top 50 for art, bro.
I like the top 50. It was just like if you were not either born and raised in Detroit or spent the majority of your existence in Detroit, like Insane Clown Posse should, first off, they should have never been nowhere near the top 50. If they
I don't know. They were very successful.
I don't care. They was successful out in Taylor, successful out in Troy. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
I mean, there's not nothing that I just personally listen to all the time, but I'm just saying that they were very successful and they did help put Detroit on the map. Some people think of Insane Clown Posse when they think of Detroit.
That's unfortunate that they allowed that to happen.
That's what happened, though. I mean,
but I'm one of those people. Like, if I meet you in Cleveland and you say I'm from Detroit, I'm gonna ask you where.
Right. I mean, listen. When the Insane Clown Posse was first coming out, I had a cousin that lived in the suburbs, and that's what he used to be listening to. And I used to be checking it out. You feel me? Like, none of my peoples in the hood was really banging that. You know what I'm saying? But like my cuz out there, he used to be like, yo, this shit kind of fire. And it's like, so I was able to learn about it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I might not have found out about them till I got grown or something. Like, if I was dependent on the hood to listen to them, because the hood wasn't necessarily banging.
Yeah, because I've never met a person that was banging them. I just
didn't see it. It was just, it seemed like it was making the suburbs catch on. I don't know, man. Esham and
That's what it is though too. I looked at them as ripping him off.
Ripping him off? No, they was kind of
not Esham. Like, I've been fucking with Esham since the Red Tape.
Yeah, like Esham was definitely first.
Facts.
Let's not get that twisted.
Facts.
Esham independently was selling records. Somehow it brought on. He did the work where his music was available. He might not have had no music videos, nothing. I mean, he probably did, but they wasn't on TV like that, at least for me. But it was catching on, and it's like, the Record Times of the world, the Harmony Houses of the world. They was selling them Esham tapes and stuff. You feel me? And then like, on 7 Mile Shantaniques of the world. You know what I'm saying? And Simpsons Records of the world, whatever. They were selling them Esham tapes, especially like in Detroit. So Detroit was rocking with Esham.
Facts.
I know that. I was just I was so young at that time, man. I didn't know what to think of Esham, bro. Because it was booming words from hell and shit like that. So I'm like, is this nigga a devil worshiper? Then he had Nodis out. Hey, but I know Esham now. That's my man. You feel me? Like, just like 3 6 Mafia. Like, I'm like, what is this? But now I love 3 6 Mafia. Like, their music has been very influential to me. And I didn't even realize how influential they were to me until they became damn near the sound of the industry. You know what I'm saying? So shout out Juicy J, DJ Paul, my nigga Crunchy Black. You feel me? Like, shit like that, bro.
Yo, I got to give Esham his credit too, man. Esham was a gift and a curse to Detroit hip hop. And
how was that?
The gift is that he showed everybody after him the way to make a bag without anybody's help. He didn't need,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't need
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
majors.
yeah,
He didn't
yeah.
need nothing. But I think the curse was that he did same thing because some of those people actually wanted to get signed and was a little too arrogant about it because they was making a decent bag and kind of blew some opportunities that I think now in hindsight they kind of regret.
Like what? What you mean? Like getting signed to a major?
Yeah, yeah. I think there was artists out there that would have a benefited at the time. Like I'll say it, like Rock Bottom. I know they got
They did get
signed.
signed to Interscope.
Right. I was about to say I know they got signed, but it didn't go the way it was supposed to go. I don't
No,
know
it
the
didn't.
ends.
It didn't. It didn't. Just
Yeah,
like many deals.
I don't know the ins and outs about that, but I think that they were of the thought process. We made enough money doing our own shit. We don't
Yeah,
need
that's why
y'all.
Blade and them didn't sign with Russell, man. I actually wish they probably would have signed with Russell. You know what I'm saying? But Juan and them. Juan is one of my favorite people and artists. You know what I'm saying? And mentors. But you know, even if they got offered $1 million, they was like, bro, we got $1 million.
Pretty
But
much.
that's what Master P did. He had $1 million too, but he took it and was like, okay, well, I'm gonna put your million with my million, and we about to make millions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe Blade and them, would have still been alive had they took that deal. Maybe, who knows?
Yo,
We don't know. It's a big what if.
yo, I remember when Old Boy came out, man, and
Oh man, biggest shit in the city.
seen them niggas at Hart Plaza live.
Oh man, that would have been that. I wish I would have saw that.
Nigga, I don't think I've ever seen Hart Plaza that live before or after.
Well, I did see George Clinton perform, and that motherfucker was live. I can't lie. That motherfucker was woo.
See, my mom's used
That's
to
the
tell me
livest
about
concert
that.
I seen at Hart Plaza.
Really?
Hey,
Like,
I can't lie. My biggest show was at Hart Plaza. My biggest show I ever did was with Juan Atkins, headlining the Movement Festival. Last act of the festival, not the night, the festival. I'm talking about thousands. Like you couldn't even see the end of them. It was just, and he had me on stage rapping with him. Yo, it's footage of that. Y'all look up. I think it was Model 500 and Nick Speed. Yo,
yo, how did you meet Danny Brown?
You could probably look it up now. You might be able to pull it up and put it on here, dog.
You said,
Model 500 Nick Speed.
okay, I got you.
Yo, it was
Yo.
people crowd surfing. It was like, dog. Yo, I'm like, say no, 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 no. They was like, no, 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 no. Like it was like, dog. It was the most amazing shit. It was the biggest show. I never performed in front of that many thousands ever. It was like, dog, I felt like it was 100,000 people out there, dog.
When was
the end of
this?
the festival.
What year was this?
Huh?
What year was this?
Maybe 2010,
Oh
somewhere in there, man.
man,
Man,
they ruined Hart Plaza, though,
incredible.
bro.
Model
Oh
5
my god.
Y'all look that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look that up.
That is wow. Man. I'm just going thinking about how Juan allowed me to perform with him, man, that day, man. It was a song called OFI that I guess I remixed or whatever. And we was practicing it and all that, and it started raining. And I was like, God, just don't fall, nigga. Just don't fall, nigga. Whatever you do, nigga, I know it's rain coming down. Don't
Yep.
flip.
Yo, how did you meet Danny Brown?
Oh, man, I met Danny Brown. Okay, the story goes like this. I went to WJLB, the great radio station in Detroit, with Slum Village and Elzai. You know, we all hanging out with MC Search, and he was playing No by Rock Bottom. He was like, yo, what we gonna play after this? And Danny Brown's group, Reservoir Dogs, had a song called Yes. So he said, all right, we played No, let's play Yes as an answer record. So I was up there. I'm just there as a guest. I'm just there like, I'm not on the radio talking or nothing. I'm not nobody yet. You know what I'm saying? And was searching on my dad too. But anyway, So I'm there hanging out. He plays the record. He like, yo, this the shit. When he plays it, I'm like, okay. I don't think I had ever heard the record yet. And then I started hearing it all the time. Like they was on the radio, like they was popping. So I'm like, okay, this shit rocking. And then as soon as we got in his Benz, he popped in the CD. Like he wanted to hear this shit again. Like this is shit. You feel me? I'm like, okay, damn. I need to get with these little niggas. You know what I'm saying? So then one day I remember I was walking down 6 Mile, man. I was walking down 6 Mile and just plugging the phone in. And they had a poster for their album or something like that. And just back when they had phone numbers on posters and shit. So like so I like ripped the phone number off the poster and I called that shit as soon as I got home. Hey, I want to play y'all niggas some beats. It was like, all right, shit, come through there, nigga. It probably was Danny to come at. I come to the apartment. I remember them niggas saying, back then there wasn't no GPS. This had to be like 04. You know what I'm saying? Some shit. No, this had to be like, yeah, 03, 04, man. So, because I had a little song on the radio playing too.
Okay.
Eventually called Perfection. And they heard my song on the radio too. So they was like, yeah, nigga, we heard your shit too, nigga. So I walk into Danny's apartment on Brainerd and Cass. Like, back then, like, you had to get a nigga in, like, the instructions of how to, you know, go down Woodward, make a right.
Man, make a right, turn at the gas station, make a left at the corner store type shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, yeah, hell yeah. So I had my man drive me and shit. He was young. He was way younger than me. So we was all just young as hell. Niggas was like 20, 21, like 23. You know, like niggas young as hell. So, you know, I go over there. I'm thinking these niggas like some gangster rappers. Like these niggas just got played after rock bottom. This nigga Danny Brown reading Blender magazine. Listening to Dizzy Rascal. A nigga named The Streets from the UK. And this nigga whole family listened to this shit just because he listened to it. I'm like, what type of nigga is this? This nigga making beats on PlayStation. I'm like, oh, this nigga different. Like, I thought this nigga was about to be like a Lox member. You feel me? Like, I'm like, dog, I thought, like, but he was gangster though, but it was like as soon as I walked in, it was a nigga getting his hair braided. I think that was Danny and shit. Like, I didn't know who was who and what was what, nigga. I mean, obviously, I know it was Danny now, but like, I don't know if I, like, when I called the number, if it was like his brother or whoever answered the phone. All right, yeah, come through, nigga. Yeah, I pull up. And I played my beats off a CD. And then, like, I remember I had remade a Spice One beat. Like, it was a Spice One song called Money Gone. And I remade the beat. And that's what caught their attention. They like, oh, yeah, this nigga fired. So I guess he had called my nigga BMO in Baltimore, who used to come out here selling jewelry at the African Festival and shit. So they met this nigga. And everybody got cool with the nigga. So they like BMO, I'm the greatest producer ever. He like, what? You need to work with that nigga. So then we started working. BMO started coming around. And then we just started making songs and shit. Like, these niggas had Pro Tools. I was working with White Mike, you know what I'm saying, a little bit on my songs. But then, like, Danny Brother, he was always technically, you know, able to do stuff like Pro Tools and shit like that. So, like,
okay.
He was kind of like teaching me a little bit about Pro Tools and whatnot. So we was recording songs in the basement. I was making the beat live. I just want to show them niggas like, nigga, I'm the truth, nigga. I'll make the beat now. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? We hanging every day. We hanging every day, nigga. Danny go to jail. So then we end up recording Dope Head Project. And then when Danny got out of jail, that nigga showed up on my doorstep. Like, well, actually, I moved around the corner from him because he stayed where he stayed, and I was looking for a place. So it just so happened, you know, Hey, it was time. So I moved around the corner. So that's why we linked up every day.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking 40s and shit. Smoking weed. Dumb shit. Young shit.
Man, that's back in the day,
Drinking
right there.
40s, nigga. My whole
40s and
floor was
shit.
covered with empty 40 bottles that I was supposed to take to the store. Never took them to the store. I've never been a bottle taking nigga. Like them bitches just collect dust on the floor, bro. Like, I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, man, Danny showed up on my doorstep like, nigga, I'm ready. I had a tiger. I'm like, okay, let's go then. So we start recording. We start recording a project called Prophet Jones with me, him, and 87. Then we got in a hot suit. Nah. New Year's, we all broke. Motherfucking BMO again. You know what, Danny? You need to do an album with Speed, man. He's like, for real? He's like, yeah. He's like, we drinking an $8 champagne and shit. That little crooks, you know what I'm saying? It's just us three and shit. We just sitting there quiet as hell on some fucking New Year's shit. Bro. He's like, yeah, y'all need to do an album, man. You know what you should call it? Hot Soup. So I guess Hot Soup was like the name of his original project from like high school or some shit. One of his original first projects. I never even still heard the first Hot Soup. He was like, hey, you know what? We should drop that bitch on July 1st. Like, I'm talking about niggas that came with the release date and everything, dog. So I just gave that nigga my Rose recent beat tape, and that nigga just wrote to that bitch. Next thing you know, he did about 2, 3, 4 recording sessions. We were done. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm about to fill this bitch up with interludes and shit. So that nigga bought a DVD called Murder City by Al Prophet. And then I just filled that bitch up with all little interludes from Al Prophet and shit. And then like I met Al Prophet. And then that's how Streets of Detroit ended up being on one of his movies, and then it started being on all the movies after that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, when I met him, I was like, nigga, I sampled you on Hot Soup, nigga. Here go a copy. So yeah, man. Anyway, that's how I met Danny Brown, man. You know what I'm saying? That's still one of my top dogs of all time, man. I love Danny Brown. It's my brother.
Yeah, tell a nigga to come on the show, man. I know
man.
You out there
Let's
doing
make sure my game about to
huge
cut off.
things.
My shit sound like it's about to die. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me. Hey, I know I'm fucking up.
Oh man, you doing all right, bro? Look, I'm not tripping, bro. I need to know about 7 too, though, man, because I fucks with the general heavy too.
Oh man, 7, big 7, not little 7.
Yeah,
That's
how
the
you
big
link
homie.
up with him?
7 Mile General.
Facts. How you hook up with him?
Man, you know what, man? We had actually did some music together on my man K. John's album, man, and it was a hit. It was a hit, man. It was a song called "I Get It In," and it was a hit on FM 98, man, and they was playing it on the radio and all type of stuff, man. So like, this dude named Propane, man, Jermaine Propane, who ended up managing Future and Rocco and all these guys. He actually got a deal with Live Mixtapes at the time in like 2012, 10 years ago, and 11 years ago. And he was like, yo, man, you and 7 should link up, man. I got the deal with Live Mixtapes. Y'all should put something out. I'll put it out through Live Mixtapes. I was like, okay, bet. So my first idea, before we even talked to 7, was like, yo, we should call that shit Jail Bars. Because I knew 7 had went to jail, and I had worked with him already.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was like, yo.
Scoot over just a little bit.
Huh? Yeah, I know. Hold on.
Okay.
I just want to make sure this shit is damn charging up, because it will cut off if it's not charging. Okay, I hope it is.
I hope so too.
Yeah, man. So like 7, like I said, I did a whole album with K. John, same guy who did I'm out here on the ocean, my ship has finally come. Somehow I linked up with K. John. I don't know. He came to the studio or something. He picked a whole bunch of beats from me, and I'm like, man, what are you gonna do with this? He put 7 on there. He put Stretch on there. So this is like my first time working with both of them, honestly, through K. John. And then Yeah, he put a bunch of rappers on there and stuff. So he like kind of did like a hip hop R&B tape type thing or whatever. And he used my beats for the whole thing. You know, he called it K John and the Detroit Connection, I think was the name of it. Y'all can probably find that online somewhere. K
That's
John and
actually
the
pretty
Detroit
brilliant too.
Connection. And this is like had to be like, I don't know, 2010, 2011. So like I said, we had already linked up and made a hit already before. That was on the radio. Bang. Like I remember I jump in the car and then I hear my music on the radio and be like, wow. It's nothing like that feeling.
That's got to be dope.
There's nothing like that feeling when you just jumping in the car and you don't know your music coming on the radio and it's on the radio.
That's
That's amazing.
got
You
to
know
be
what I'm saying?
dope.
Yeah. So you know, so yeah, man, we linked up. Jermaine Propane put it together. Said he had a little situation for us. We put the record together. We linked up. I made all the beats basically on the spot, and 7 rap to him, man. And hey, we got White Mike to mix it down. We got JD Jeremy Deputat to do the photos. You know, shout out my man Vic who helped fund it. And man, that boy became the album of the year on I don't know, what was it Underground Hip Hop Awards or something? So amazing, man. Amazing that you can make a project and it could just well.
Y'all
It
got
was
a great
called
chemistry too,
RCIA
though.
project, and then we ended up actually the first hip hop artists, some of the first hip hop artists to appear as subjects in the DIA, which we took the cover in front of, like a couple years, like 3, 4, 5 years ahead of that happening, and we actually helped bring the Detroit hip hop scene to becoming, subjects on the walls of the Jenny Risher exhibit Decipher in Detroit,
That's
Michigan.
crazy right there.
Yeah. So we didn't know that was going to happen. We called it the DIA project. The DIA project. Like we had no clue that we would ever
Literally.
be on the walls of the DIA ever.
I was
We had
listening to
our
that
own
today.
wall, and we was a part of another exhibit called Detroit After Dark, and then that opened the door for us to do Decipher, which brought all the hip hop artists in. But they had to feel the vibe first and see that hip hop was cool enough to have its own exhibit. You know what I'm saying? So I was a co-curator along with Jenny Risher, the actual curator and photographer. Shout out Jenny. We love you. Thank you for everything you've done. And Seven was one of the people that helped pick the people. Trick Trick, Hex Murder. It was like, well, not Hex has changed his name, so it's no longer Hex Murder. But you get what I'm saying, though. You feel me? It was
Hex,
top dog,
Hex is the GOAT.
Big goat status.
Oh my
Big goat
God.
status. Shout out
Man.
Hex, man.
Shout out Hex.
Yeah.
Yes. I hate you, nigga. I don't even know you, but I hate you.
Hate you. The most hated and loved.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Chemistry wise, who do you just feel the most comfortable in the studio with?
Oh Lord. Man, you know what, man? I've had great chemistry with all the artists that I work with, man. Honestly, man, that's why the songs come out so good, man. But some people, honestly, man, my engineer, White Mike, man. You know what I'm saying? My engineer, White Mike, bro. I ain't got to tell him nothing, bro. And let me step back so I can make myself sing. You did, because I had to change the angle. But White Mike, Maestro, from Silent Riot, engineers.
Wait, I thought you was talking about Chaos and Maestro.
Mixed. They know how I need my music mastered and mixed and stuff like that. And they're really good at to the point that I don't have to tell them anything. But artist-wise, Danny Brown.
Okay.
Seven the General.
I would definitely say that one.
Um, Lloyd Banks.
So that was an in studio recording.
No, we had never actually recorded together, but I
Okay.
love all the songs that he came out with.
Okay.
And Talib, actually. Talib came out with some good songs that we did together.
Is your man his own worst enemy?
I'm not gonna speak on Talib Kweli. I just want to say that I love Talib. Shout out.
I had
That's
to
it.
ask.
That's it, man. I'm not gonna speak on my brother Kweli, man. He's
Outspoken.
very outspoken, very opinionated,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna change.
It's not.
And you know, we know what to expect from our brother Kweli, man. But
And
you know what?
I will say one
Previous
thing
to
though.
him doing all of this, having all of this internet beef with a lot of Detroiters and stuff like that, I told Kweli, man, he was like really one of my top homies in the industry, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he always comes to Detroit. He always I show up to probably most of the shows that I see him doing and stuff. So, you know, I mean, what can I say, man? I'm on his biggest album. You know,
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Just like Kanye West produced his biggest song.
Now I will say one thing about the brother. Podcast wise, I don't know if anybody does their homework on their art on the guest.
Yo, that
like
guy
him.
is good, man. He's good.
Yes, he's really good at it.
Yep.
So
he's very good at podcasting. He's very good at rapping.
And we'll leave it at that.
Great man. Great man. Great man. Great man. You know what I'm saying? I will not talk anything but positive energy about my man Kweli. That's it.
I respect
That's the only thing I can do, man. I know he got into it with a couple people I know, and I love them too. But I personally cannot talk bad about the man Talib Kweli, who gave me a chance to be on his biggest selling album, I think, or one of his top albums and several of his albums. You know what I'm saying? Or a couple of his albums and many songs, and he just showed me a lot of love through the years. Before any of this, so I gotta just, I'm not turning my back on him.
I feel you on that. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Big Sean, in studio recording.
Great man.
And I got two questions too. Does he get enough credit for what he does in the city? Because I saw something today that he, one of his interviews, and it just don't seem like he gets enough credit for what he actually does.
What did you see?
I saw him. Who was he talking about? Oh damn. Oh, this was years ago too. It was him and Danny Brown. Danny Brown had said something, and he did say that since then they had spoken and kind of made up. But I've seen the same complaint about other artists of his stature, that they don't do enough for the city. And from the outside looking in, Big Sean has done a lot of shit for the city.
First of all, Big Sean is the highest selling black artist from the city that I know of. When he got his deal, it was on a different level. I mean, he was immediately affiliated with Pharrell. He was immediately affiliated with Kanye West, Jay-Z, Pusha T, like 2 Chainz, like every major artist that you could think of that you love already. So, why should you see Big Sean at some open mic somewhere? Like safety first, man. You know what I'm saying? Like this man is, he's an American treasure, man. We can't be, you know what I'm saying? We can't just be having our people that's a treasure out in the world just endangering themselves by being, in places that they might not need to be in. You know what I'm saying, at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like this man, Big Sean, is able to fill up probably Comerica Park, the Fox Theater, whatever big DTE. You know what I mean? Like he's done it. Like Hart Plaza, whatever. You know, we need to protect him at all costs. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So, and he has given opportunities to many Detroit people. Like all of the people that I know that have been down with Big Sean from his beginning, they all made it. They all made their own way too. You know, and I think he gave a lot of Detroit people a chance. I think that, you know, I think based off of some of the older ways that people was getting on, like as far as open mics, and I mean, hey, he in his era he had to get on 107.5 and rip the mic every week on the radio amongst a bunch of wolves, and he did that. You know what I'm saying? He was in ciphers with people at Cass Tech and on the street and whatever. You know what I'm saying? The man made it. You know what I'm saying? And he's a real genuine dude. And I got love for Sean, man. He showed me love. He put me in this video. He allowed me to produce music for him. He actually came to me first to produce some music for the Detroit album. Except for he came to me like, you know, early in the process. So I was producing music for him in like 2017. I don't think the Detroit album came out to like 2020 or so, 2021.
Okay.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was like a while later. So he had got with Hit Boy and all of that. But his goal was to like, you know, try to like make some Detroit fire. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to get with Moody, man. He wanted to get with me. That was his goal, you know. And he had a lot of people hitting me up and just like, yo, Big Sean trying to get with you. Big Sean trying to get with you. And that felt good right there. And then like the fact that he sent his producer Amir Johnson over to me and to take my dirty Detroit sound and put the polish on it, you know, that meant a lot to me, man. And the songs we created was incredible. I think that the sound that we was able to create, man, like it would have been, I hope it comes out one day, man. I think, man, I felt like we was making like a like water for chocolate, but for Big Sean, like how like Dilla came with the hip hop and the Afrobeat type of situation with Common. I feel like I was coming with the hip hop and the ghetto tech, and I was mixing all that up, and it was just like this mixture with the soul and the live music, and it was just. I feel like that's some of the best music I ever made was with Big Sean.
So did he ever tell you like why or if it will ever come out?
No, man. You know, we just kept working. We just kept working, man. He came to my studio plenty of times, and we did what we do, man. He just pulled up. He was like, "Oh, you ain't heard it?" You know, I remember he was like, it was kind of like a surprise. Like he was like, "Man, you ain't heard the song with Somehow they mentioned the song that I did with him and Quavo, and I was like, "You and Quavo?" He was like, "Oh, you ain't heard it? Man, play it for him." And then they played it. I was just shocked.
So wait, you don't even have the music?
No, I made the music.
No, I'm saying, but do like, are you able to at least pull it up and listen to it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the beat, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have the song.
That's what I'm talking about, the song.
No, I don't. No, the song never came out.
Okay.
But it was an incredible song to me, and I just feel like I'll still love to see that come out. I thought that Quavo did a incredible job on it, and I feel like Sean did an great job on it, man. Sorry, man. I'm just trying to move around and.
Oh, you all right, bro?
Make sure that
I know we in overtime.
You feel me?
That shirt is fire though, bro.
Big Sesame Street, you feel me?
Shit is fire. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I think Big Proof.
Yeah.
Casts such an incredibly large shadow on Detroit hip hop that everyone after him is expected to put the same work in for the city that he did.
No, they're not. Because Big Proof is a 1-to-1.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like from a public perspective, when they see somebody make it, they want you to be that guy. And Proof was just a completely different animal.
Well, you know what? I've been compared to Proof. You know what I'm saying? As far as like being like a person that can bring the streets and the hip hop side together.
I
You
can see
know,
that.
but
Yes.
other than that, Proof was a 1-to-1. I'm a 1-to-1. You know what I mean? Like, but no, I don't think that I've never. I don't know, man. Nobody, man. People's expectations are not that high, like you think. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I'm just an old nigga tripping.
Hey man,
It's
people's
possible.
expectations be like, yo, this nigga sold 10,000. I'm fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey man, kudos to everybody who made magic and caught lightning in a bottle, man. If you made magic ever in Detroit, man, I got love for you, bro, because I listened to that shit. You feel me? And
Yo,
I loved it. And that's
my
all true,
favorite
man.
song to this day from a Detroit artist, Amir the Merciless, A Day Without a Rhyme.
Oh man. I used to be getting dropped off to elementary school listening to that. I remember it used to come on in the morning. And I actually have Amir on my album on Decipher, man.
How did I miss that?
He's on the song with Cash Out. It's one of the last songs on there. He's on there.
Yeah, I gotta go back. I'm gonna go back as soon as we get off of this.
Yeah, yeah. Amir is on there. Merciless Amir, man. Um, Amir Stein, the great. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we became real cool, man. That's my brother now, man. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just amazing how like you could grow up off of artists and then you actually like become cool with them. Just like Flavor Flav, like I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was 7 listening to this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he's hitting me up like, yo, can you make some beats for me? Like,
That's
of course
crazy.
I can. Of course I can.
Yo,
So,
Amir the Merciless made me want to rap though. I'm not even
huh?
gonna lie. Amir the Merciless and actually DJ Los made me want to rap.
Yo, that's amazing, man. All I do remember, well, I went to St. Mary's for elementary. So I remember what was it, Wonder Love, or what was the name of that record store on Grand River? It was like Wonder Love or something like that. Wonder something.
Yeah, was that Grand
DJ
River?
Lowe's help us out.
I'm not sure,
I
but I
think
went to
it
high
was like a
school.
record store back in the day. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? But they used to have a recording studio. I think it's in DJ Lowe's video. You know what I'm saying, for him and Easy B.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember. I can't remember exactly where it was at, but I went to high school with Los, and he
Oh,
was
okay,
like a.
okay. Hold on, I'm just checking this thing, man. I'm trying to
Oh, you
make sure
good?
my charging, dog. Because if this bitch cut off, I'm gonna be mad at him up.
Oh, don't. I wouldn't be tripping.
But
But yeah, he was like a year behind me, and like
okay.
I've interviewed him, and that was like one of my goals when I started doing this podcast and shit. He was one of the
Wow.
people because seeing him in the hallway of Henry Ford High School with a whole ass album, and these niggas had on full length minks and the Pathfinder, like them niggas looked like the part. It
Well,
just
they was
inspired
them.
me to
That
want to
was them.
rap.
Show. Like, no, they was
Yeah,
them. They was them guys. I mean, well, obviously now we know that Lowe's daddy was that guy.
facts.
Feel me?
You know,
And me and Los relate. First of all, me and Los are in a group together now called My Detroit Players,
really.
which is a band, and we're both the DJs. Like I actually am more of a sound effect person in the band, and Los is
Okay.
more of the scratching DJ. I scratch sometimes, but I'm more like sound effects, samples. Like I'm more like using my DJ equipment like a sampler,
I got you.
and Los is like cutting it up. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? You know how Los do,
Yeah. Yes.
So like but Los, man, one of the greatest to ever come out the city, one of the most genuine, one of the most kindest, one of the most purest people I ever met, man.
Very
You know
good
what I
dude.
mean? And this man been around all the legends.
And
All of
been
them.
around for decades.
decades, man. Don't even look like it. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
doesn't.
Don't look his age. You
I'm
know
out
what
here
I
looking
mean?
like Santa Claus, and this nigga looks like my kid.
Yo, my man Los, dog. Shout out, man.
Yo, we didn't
Always.
even talk about roast spit.
Oh man, yo, my man Ro, bro. That was one of the other ones. See, I got sidetracked when it came to people who I have the most chemistry with. Ro spit. So me and Ro not only do music together, we throw parties together. So you know I gotta have some of the best chemistry ever with my man Ro, man. Like we two popular people, we two popular DJs, we everybody's best friend. You know what I'm saying? And man, we make music together, man. Coney Island, man. That's one of my favorite projects I ever did. I think it's better than all the rest of them, honestly. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. I ain't gonna say it's the I mean, I got a lot of joints, man, but like sonically, I feel like I reached a level with that. I mean, you're only supposed to get better, right? So with that being one of my most recent projects dropping last year, I feel like it's better than, sonically. I learn more. I learn more as I go.
I
We
feel
have
you.
Bernie Grumman mastering this, man. You know what I'm saying? Mike
No clue
Bobby,
who that man
Bernie
is.
Grumman mastering. Like the same guy who mastered Kendrick Lamar's all his albums, the same guy who mastered all Nas's albums, the same guy who mastered Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg's albums, mastered our album. So it has a sonic quality to it, like that I never had before. The bass is hitting a certain way. It's just everything. Maestro mixed it. You know, I didn't even record this album. Maestro recorded it. We had a party every day when we recorded this album, and everybody showed up every day.
I'm
We had a
still saving
ball.
up for them Jordans too, by the way.
Shout out to them Jordans, man. Jordan 2s. I know I got me a pair. If you don't got you a pair, you better get you a pair.
Well, we ain't all got the money you got, bruh.
Well, you know what, man? I ain't gonna lie, man. This came off the sweat off my back. I've been working my ass off in this motherfucker.
Hey, and I'm saying that respectfully because you absolutely deserve it, man. Because if
Hey, no,
anybody
man,
has put in the
seriously,
work,
man,
you
no,
absolutely
man.
have.
I work my ass off so I can, when I want some Jordans, I can give me a little pair of Jordans, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all you ask, man. I can eat when I want to eat. I can pay my rent when I need to pay my rent. Give me a little pair of Jordans. Go out when I want to go out.
Life is good.
Life is good. I'm good. I don't need everything, man. Just give me a little bit.
Yo, when y'all got a party coming up, I'm gonna have to come down there, man, and come
Oh
fuck with
man,
y'all.
listen. I think the next party. Well, first of all, I'm doing Concert of Colors on tomorrow. Actually, Concert of Colors at the Detroit Historical Museum. Shout out. And then I'm doing a panel called More Than 8 Mile at U of M, Detroit, that night. And then Saturday we're doing Raise the Flag at the Eastern Market in front of my people's spot, Detroit Hustles Harder on Division Street. Shout out Detroit Hustles Harder because they will be helping me create my portable record players, the 1 of 50 joints. Sunday we're doing Super MC's album release party.
So
So
underrated.
yeah, man, it's gonna be a very busy weekend. I won't be at home. I'll be out in the streets.
Super MC, yo, and the song that you had with Hostile, like I had not heard Hostile since Battle. Like I fucks with Battle Rap,
Yo,
and I hadn't seen
guy,
like
we went to high
Hostile
school
is
together, actually.
way back in the day as far as Battle Rap.
Yeah. We went to high school together. Hostile, man. First of all, when we was in high school, he was like crack on everybody at the lunch table type dude. You feel me? Like roast everybody all the time. No rapping, just roasting. You know what I'm saying? And then
Nigga
like
has not changed.
I seen him years later. And he's like, yeah, I got into battle rapping. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. And then like it was on Belle Isle, and then he ended up winning the battle. And I was like, damn, I knew my nigga was gonna win. Cause he used to be roasting niggas.
Yo,
And then like next thing you know, this nigga was a cold ass rapper. I was like, man, this my nigga, dog. And then like we just stayed cool the whole, cause we was always cool, like teenagers, little kids. We was cool, on some roasting niggas in the lunchroom shit. And then I used to be rapping back then, so that's why he was telling me about he was rapping like yeah nigga, I'm rapping now. But like nigga, I was already rapping, hitting the lunch table with what I'm saying? We was in there bitch going crazy. So shout out CMA, man, Communication Media Arts, man, all my people that's watching this shit. You feel me?
Yo,
So yeah, man.
Marv One, crazy. Yo, like, are you gonna do another Deciphered?
You know what? I am. I don't. It's not gonna. I try not to use my titles over again and say part 2 or nothing like that. So, I mean, I did think about doing a Detour 2, but Decipher was basically a Detour 2. So now it's gonna be D something else. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever it is, this generation, especially since they have caught a hell of a wave collectively,
Yeah, man.
they deserve that Nick Speed love.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing is that like a lot of these people, like anytime I make one of those albums, these are all songs that I already had. I just be making a compilation out of them, like like when you see like a DJ Khaled or somebody come out and he's like releasing an album with all of these people, like I don't want to speak on what Khaled does, but like basically what I do is I just take a bunch of songs that I created and I put them all together. So that's how you get 39 songs on, a Decipher. You feel me? Like I took all, as a co-curator, I took songs of all the people that I seen on the wall at the museum, and I said, okay, I want to take a song from all of them people that I have a song with. And it was over 200 people on the wall. You feel me? But like I had to just take the 60 people that I had a song with and then just put them on the album. You know what I'm saying?
So wait a minute.
40 songs.
You just had just 60 motherfuckers just in the tank.
In the tank. Oh, I got more. I got an album with Bodie James right now. I probably got 2 albums with Bodie. Like I got.
Whoa. At what point, like, look, bro, look, I know you don't know me from a fucking hole in the wall, but at what point, because Bodie is like definitely top 3 from Detroit for me.
I've been telling him he was the GOAT. You can ask him.
Well, for me, Big Herc is the GOAT. That's not gonna change.
Big Herc is definitely the GOAT too. Like Big Herc has never, ever spit a whack verse.
I have not heard one.
Never. Not even freestyling, bro. He ain't never spit a whack verse.
And shout out to my nigga Jay O'Neal.
Shout out. My brother Jay O'Neal. That's
my guy.
Cousin. We always hanging.
That's my nigga right there.
We got a song together too. Fine.
Nigga.
We got some crazy shit together, actually. What's it called? I'm just trying to get my levels right. Come on, man. We got shit, dog.
Nigga, I just want to be able to just come sit and listen to the shit you got, nigga.
Yo, listen, bro. I've actually made thousands of songs before, bro.
And what are you doing with the Bodie shit?
Hundreds of thousands of songs. I probably listened to hundreds of thousands of songs.
What are you doing with the Bodie shit, bro?
We about to put it out. Yeah, we just waiting on the time. Like, man, my schedule's so crazy. Bodie's schedule's so crazy. I just seen Bodie. Bodie was just at the studio a few weeks ago or whatever, put something together. So, me and BoJay, man, we locked in. Like, one of the summers, a couple summers ago, we seen each other every day. So I recorded the Jay Dilla album for him, and then we ended up recording like about 2 albums of our own material. So
I'm still waiting on this Jay Dilla album.
2 albums right there.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the Jay Dilla album.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible. I mean, I don't know how many details Bodie want to put out there on it, but it's amazing. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I recorded every song on there. He did all of that at my studio. You know what I'm saying? And shout out Helluva. He helped us out a little bit too.
And honestly, like I'm gonna keep it a buck. The next one, for me personally, like you, Helluva, and Dilla.
Well, that's what's going on. I mean, I'm
As
letting you
far
know
no,
right
as far
now.
as
That's
like
what's going on.
as far as the deciphered,
Yeah.
like if I can not only get the collection of MCs, but to collect the top three producers, because it's y'all three and then there's other niggas,
Well,
respectfully.
listen, man. I'm telling you. First of all, I've always had the vision of doing what I would call, the Detroit Chronic. You know, and I I had already reached out to like Helluva, Maestro. I mean, this is years ago that I reached out to all of these guys and some musicians that I know, Amir Johnson from Big Sean's camp, like a few people that I was, Dre Butters, Dre Sconey, like a few people that I know that I would like as producers to contribute, because Dr. Dre didn't do it on his own. So I feel like if I'm gonna do an album like that, I would call it the Crud, you know, instead of the Chronic. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna use a Detroit term. We're gonna call it the Crud. Shout out my dog Sheefy McFly. He got the Crud strain out right now.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And I would have multiple producers. Actually, Coney Island, before it was called Coney Island, me and Helluva was supposed to produce a Roast Fit album together years ago, and then it ended up just becoming just me and Ro. You know what I'm saying? Just off of the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? But it was gonna be all hood niggas on the man. Listen, bro. So me and Helluva locked in like this. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorite people in the world. You know what I'm saying? Always got the open door policy for me, man. Anytime I show up, shout out Sid Louis, shout out the whole family, man. You know what
Shout
I'm
out to
saying?
Said Louis. He's been on the
Family.
show. Dope.
Yeah, it's all family, man. So, we've been locked in for years, man. We got music together, all of that stuff, man. So, anyway, if you're looking for that Jay Dilla, Nick Speed, Helluva collaboration, look out for it on the Bodie James, Jay Dilla album. That's all I can tell you.
Hey, yo.
It's already recorded.
Oh my
It just gotta
god,
come
man.
out. It exists. It exists.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The crazy shit is like I never go over an hour with anybody, bruh.
Yeah.
With nobody. I had Chuck D on the show, Dr. Umar. I had you name it. I done had a gazillion motherfuckers on this show for years.
Yeah.
Never. Well, I said maybe probably 10 people over an hour. Never this
Yeah.
fucking long, bruh.
Yo,
Like
man,
this
I appreciate it, man. That's love, bro. That's
nigga, but
love, man. Hey, time flies when you're having fun, man. It's
this
always a
one
treat when the players meet.
nigga, this one for the vault though. Like this is one for my personal edification. This is
Yo,
for me.
man. I just want to shout out Cleveland one more time. All my family out there in Cleveland, man. All my family in Detroit. All my family in Atlanta. Man, yo, we worldwide with this thing. You hear me? All my people in Paris. Yo,
I don't know
it's
nobody in
never gonna
Paris.
stop, bro. This is all love. Listen, man. I feel truly blessed, man. I'm a very blessed man, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I recognize that. And I try to show God that I'm grateful by
That's what's up, bro.
by, just doing my best with my gift. You know what I'm saying? That he gives me, man, and just just being thankful and praying and meaning every word of every prayer that I say. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the key to my existence right now. You know what I mean? Like that helped me with my rap delivery by, expressing my devotion through my prayers. You
That's
know what I'm
dope.
saying? Like you could memorize Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yeah,
You're gonna say it like a robot.
yeah. I
But
have to
like,
catch myself from doing that shit myself.
but you gotta actually think about
Mean
what
that
those
shit.
words
Yeah.
mean. You gotta interpret those words. You gotta say. Sometimes I'll say it over and over again just so I could feel the words that I'm saying.
Mm.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Okay, I get what that means. And then thy kingdom come, thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Okay, I get what that means. You get what I'm saying? You got to think
I
about what
feel you.
these words mean as you're saying them. Don't
Yo,
just say them as like a robot. You know what I'm saying? Say them like with devotion that you mean these words, and your prayers will come true. Your dreams will come true. You gotta say this
I
stuff. You
forgot
gotta
one
say your
question too.
affirmations with vigor and care and mean what you're saying. Every day I
Hmm.
tell myself today will be a great day. This week will be a great week. This month will be a great month. This year will be a great year. This decade will be a great decade. This century will be a great century. This lifetime will be a great lifetime. I said
I'm good.
myself
I'm. You
every
know
day.
what? I've been lucky, bro. I've had a great life thus far.
And there's still more to go.
There's still
It
more to
ain't over
go.
with yet.
Oh, it's not. And I'm
We
just
just getting
really starting.
started,
Man,
baby.
I was just about to say that. I'm just, especially like this type of shit, man. I love doing this shit, and this has been a good year. Like next week, I got Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Ooh, legend.
Yeah,
Shout
y'all
out to
don't.
the
Yeah,
legend, man.
yeah, you're not gonna get on the show if you're not a legend, bro.
Shout out to the man. Listen, bro, that means a lot, man. Hey,
This
listen,
just not happening.
people have been calling me that, for a while, man, and it's like, it'd be wild, man. Like I be like, people be recognizing me in the street that I might not even know them. You know what I'm saying? And I be like, wow, like all I do is spend all my time in the studio. Like, how do you know me? You know what I'm
Nigga,
saying?
how do you not?
Hey, man, it's only for the people that know. If you know, you know, type thing.
If you fuck with it with Detroit hip hop and you anywhere close to a student, and I ain't talking about the DJ Los type students. I'm
Yeah,
just talking about the casual student.
yeah.
Then Nick Speed is like I say, is you, Helliver, and Dilla.
Hey, man, listen,
And
man.
this
It's
is
a few
no
more. It's a
disrespect
few
to
more
anybody
too. It's
else.
a few more than that too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
I,
everybody don't get recognized, man. You know what I mean? It's a lot more than that. Uh, we gonna see once I get to starting to shout out people. It's just gonna be endless. I don't even want to start, man. But it's so many more than us.
I'm
And
not saying
people that inspire me,
I'm not
people that
saying that
inspire
it
me.
ain't. I know it is. I know it's a gazillion other niggas and women doing their thing, and this is no respect, no disrespect to them. I'm just saying there's levels to this shit,
I get what you're saying. I mean, listen, man.
and y'all have earned the
I'm just
top
happy to be
shelf,
in the
nigga.
conversation. Period, bro. Like I'm living my dream. I always knew somehow, some way, I'd be, I guess, in the entertainment field. I guess I don't know. Since I was on the radio when I was 4 years old, like I knew that,
Crazy.
I knew that, I knew that I had the knowledge of working the board and speaking, speaking clearly. So I didn't know where that was going to go, but I knew that it was going to go somewhere. So I didn't even know what a producer was, but that's what I became. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to put on and just like, just kind of like, I get enjoyment out of helping people and making people happy. And, that's why I throw parties and stuff, man. It's all about making
Yo,
everybody smile.
when is the next party?
So the next party that I can recommend for you is Ghetto Tech Brunch. We doing that on July 30th. Me, Sheefy McFly, and what's my girl name? Rebecca. Her girl, Rebecca, DJ Rebecca. You know what I'm saying? She coming through, and it's gonna be a lot of love. It's gonna be free to get in, right next to St. Andrews, and then you can count on big parties in August. I'm doing a party on August 19th with Grandmaster Cass and Lord Finesse at Spotlight. So look out for that.
Oh my god, now
Big hip hop vibes, big hip hop 50 vibes. You know what I'm
that's
saying? My
fire.
man Aston Kusher, he's gonna be there too. My young dog who I help get on the show, man. I want people to have, tap in with a younger DJ, man, that's playing that hip hop, man. You know what I mean? And I'll be releasing my record player August 11th. My birthday is August 12th. I actually be at Spotlight, Big Speed Orchestra August 13th. Man, I'm booked up. I'm on Sidewalk Festival. I'm on Concert of Colors, 2 events in one day on Friday tomorrow. Yo, Raise the Flag Festival Friday with Guilty Simpson, Fat Cat, Bodie James, um, Killer
And
Gans,
so you fuck around.
Super
You gonna
MC.
make me have to call off work, and I can't afford to
Yo,
do that.
come to the Eastern Market Saturday.
Shit.
I'll be there all day, rocking with all the legends, man. Drummer B, yo, man.
Oh my god.
Big Hip Hop 50. Man, all of that, bro. All the legends gonna be there raising the flag in celebration of Detroit's. I don't know, is this the 300 and I don't know how many 300 and something birthdays this is. This 313th birthday? I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I can't even tell you.
But
Yo.
you know what? Detroit is a Leo. Hip hop is a Leo.
That's unfortunate,
And
but
Nick
I'm
Speed is
gonna
a
keep it
Leo.
moving.
Oh no, hold on, man. Yo, man. Listen, bro. I just want to say though, man, in celebration of Detroit hip hop and hip hop 50, man, we gonna do a lot more work. And we're gonna put all this on the map, man. All I do is sit here, pen and pad, you feel me? And I just come up with ideas all day. And then, you know, I make them into reality. You know what I'm saying?
If there's anything on the planet that I can do to help you out, bro, please.
I will let you know, man.
Yeah,
I will let you know the next
absolutely.
things that I got coming up. And I really want to thank you for having me. It's an honor. It's a privilege. Anybody that never heard of me before that's checking this out, man, I really appreciate y'all checking this out. Hopefully you can check out one of my projects. Get your kids one of them Nick Speed projects.
How can I get one of those record players though, bro? Please let me know.
They will be available through the Detroit Hustles Harder website. So we're gonna have some pre-orders come. They're gonna be going up real soon. I'm waiting on the order to come in so I could take a picture of them and then put them on the website. So they're gonna go quick. That's about 2-3 weeks from now that they'll be coming out. So I'll probably have a picture of them up in the next couple days.
Okay.
And we're gonna go from there. But August 11th will be the date. Anybody who wants to get one, you can DM me. You can DM Detroit Hustles Harder. And that's how you'll be able to get them, man. And then next thing you know, I got some museum exhibits coming up. What else we got, man? Look, man, I got festivals. Like I say, man, Nick Speed Orchestra. I got a movie dropping. I got a couple movies coming out. Nick's Electron. Oh, I got a class with Wayne State.
That's fire.
Class. Yep, that's coming up. So I'll be like a lecturer or like I guess a co-teacher. I'm not an actual teacher, but I didn't even graduate from college, but I'm teaching college. So, that's the power of hip hop.
Man.
You feel me?
That's the power of you too, bro. I didn't even do that
good in high school. Hey, y'all got me teaching some niggas in high school. Yo, I got you, my dog.
But you,
for real though, like,
they're gonna be lucky to have you, bro.
Hey man, salute to you, brother. But hey, salute to all the great work that you've been doing, man. You've been getting it in, bro. I've been checking out your page. All the beautiful photos of all these incredible black people, man, that you've been posting up with afros and guns and all that shit. Revolutionary, man. When I get to making these Flavor Flav Public Enemy tracks, I'm gonna go straight to your IG page and just blow that.
Nigga, feel free. Like that's one thing.
All the whole time.
That's one thing. I'm always big on us defending ourselves. So I will always have black gun owners, black gun teachers. Like I got a brother coming on next month that owns his own gun store. I'm huge on that.
Well, you know what? That's why them other countries don't attack us as quick as they attack the other ones, because they know all we got to do is reach the closet. They know we ain't playing. They know we ain't playing. Come on now.
We just got to get our community together collectively.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. So you know what, man? this is the year not only for myself, man, but for everybody else to get your goals out, man. Don't wait on nobody else to validate your ideas, and then your ideas come out 10 years later and you be like, man, I've been thought of that. You know what I'm saying? That's like, not to say the worst feeling in the world, but it's like,
But it's close.
It's like a personal power in the back of your mind that you be like, damn, okay, I knew I had a good idea. You know what I'm saying? But like, it is kind of like a feeling where you be like, man,
Yeah, that shit is a
I
kick in the
kind of
gut.
wanted to do that like a long time ago, and then now they drop. Like, bro, it's the end of that. For everybody watching this right now, I want you to do your ideas. Don't wait on nobody. You figure out how to do that shit, whether it requires sponsorship or not, whatever. Use what's in your pocket. Start off small. Sometimes you just need a house instead of a skyscraper, man. You know what I'm saying? You'll get there. You'll
Facts.
get there, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need a studio instead of an apartment, man. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a 2-bedroom or something, man. You just need somewhere to rest your head at sometimes, man.
Facts.
So anyway,
Yo,
notebooks is on deck. We're filling them up with all ideas and that we make it happen. Take your time, put your pen to the pad, think about it, redo the idea over and over until it makes sense, and then present it. And then next thing you know, you be like, damn, I didn't know I could do an art show. I didn't think anybody was interested. You know what I mean? Like, like, everybody's gonna love you. They love it.
man. Yo, if anybody does want to get in contact with you, they want to work with you, they want to hire you, how they go about doing that?
Hit me up on Instagram, Nick Speed ENT. Nick Speed ENT, like entertainment, like BET, but energy. No, Nick Speed ENT. That's it, man. DM me. I'm real good at that. Also, my email is nickspeedmusic@gmail. I got a radio show right now with Bizarre from D12.
Fire.
We're on Dash Radio, straight out of Hollywood, California. We're only on like our 5th week right now. But send us your music too. If you have music that you want to get heard on around the world, I will play it. I will play your music if it's dope. I'm thumbing through the music. Send me the music. Say, yo, I seen you on the show, Intellectually Petty. Yo, I want to send you my music so you can play it on your radio show. I'll listen to it. I'll shout you out. I'll play your joints if it's dope to me. And that's how it goes. And then on top of that, if you want to work with me, hosting, ideas, if you're a billionaire and you want to just get with me and see what type of time I'm on, so you can throw a little couple, throw some. I'm here. Here I am. Ideas circulating. Let's make this money.
Man, yeah, holler at me too if you're a billionaire out there. Just
if you're a billionaire and you want to get with a guy that got some $1 million idea.
Man.
NickSpeedENT on Instagram.
I got you. Yo.
NickSpeedMusic@gmail. Hit me up. Hey, I'm the billionaire. Yo, I've been looking for you, dog.
Hey, your people hit me up.
Yeah, I've been looking for you too. Hey, look, I remember when our picture was in the DIA for the first time. It was like all these art admirers, and they was like, they was not hip hop at all. They was just looking at the picture. I got the MP, you feel me? I got the Speed hat on, 7 sitting there with the Adidas top 10s. And I remember it was like this old white dude. He was just like, he got an ascot on around his neck. He got like a little glass of wine, drinking, shaking it up like this. He got his wife there with a nice little dress on. He's like, man, so what? And you're taking this picture. And I was like, shit, I need $1 million. That's what I was thinking. Shit. Hey, you feel me? Sometimes it ain't that deep.
It is not that deep. And
so what were
be
you
honest.
thinking when you were making this beat? I was thinking, I need some money.
You trying to share, nigga?
Right. You need what I'm saying, dog. Not Jerry, nigga. What's going on? Hey, oh, I need a nigga with a couple $1 million to invest in my shit.
Oh,
No,
my
but
God.
no, like, cause you know it'd be funny, cause like I'm sure like people like Nas and them, like the great ones, you know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, "Yo, man, what was you thinking when you wrote the lyrics to represent off Illmatic?" You know what I'm saying? And Nas would be like, "Shit, I was just thinking about like how we got away with that shit."
Like, bruh, I was like 17. Like, I wasn't thinking about shit, nigga.
Like, nigga, I was still a kid, nigga.
Right, I'm trying to get
I was
high.
rapping, like I was rapping from the perspective of a kid. As a kid, I was a kid, nigga.
Oh my God, man. Yo, I gotta say thank you, bruh.
Thank you. No, seriously, man. Seriously, man. Yo, I'm lighting incense up. I'm feeling good. I'm about to make some beats. I already came up with a couple of little nice patterns. I came up with some patterns, so now it's time to add the music.
Do your
So
thing, bro.
this what this incense going to.
Do your thing, man. This has been an honor and a privilege, and one that I will not forget, bruh.
Man, hey, listen, I'll never forget it either. Love, appreciation,
Absolutely.
salute.
Absolutely. Salute, man. You have a good one. Make some dope shit, man. And yo, tag me in whatever you got going on. So when I can get up there, I absolutely will come check y'all out.
I will do that. I think you might want to come through on Saturday.
I gotta work Saturday. I can't do it
Okay,
Saturday.
it's all
Yeah.
good. We got more.
Yeah.
I say about what a week now. In about a week. Ghetto Tech Brunch, Elephant
Yes.
Room. Pull up.
I'm off the
Detroit,
next
Michigan.
weekend.
Nick Speed, Sheefy McFly. It's going down, hands down.
I might pull up
It's
on
gonna
you.
be beautiful vibes.
I might pull up on you because I'm off not this weekend, but the following weekend. So
That's
I
what
might
I'm
have to
talking
pull up.
about. There
I'll
we
holler
go.
at you, bro. No
There we
doubt.
go. Detroit love.
You already know, man.
Salute.
Have a good one, bro.
Peace.
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 Yo, I can't thank the brother enough. Absolutely phenomenal. And if you know, man, I never go over the 1 hour minute. I do apologize to Nerve DJs if I done ran into somebody's time, so my bad. But yo, it was fucking Nick Speed. And I don't know how many opportunities I get to interview Nick Speed. Absolutely one of the goats of Detroit hip hop. And you already know, man, this is Jobs. I'm your host of Intellectually Petty Radio. If you like what you heard, man, please make sure that you subscribe, tag somebody, let somebody know. Shout out to the whole Nerve DJ Radio team, man. Shout out to DJ Johnny O. Shout out to T-Rex, Big Health, DJ Squirt. You already know. Next week, 7 o'clock, man. Malcolm Jamal Warner. I don't really need to say much more about that one. On that note, I'm out. Y'all have a good one.